Hey, Natsu here. Today I'm going to do my next part on what if Deku was a half-angel girl. So, in the last part, the sports festival happened, Todoroki got demolished, um, Ochako is going to Gran Torino's agency, where she is basically going to show him that, yeah, no, I'm way stronger than what you think. Um, Bio and Izuka are both going to Endeavor's agency with Todoroki. Everyone else basically goes to the same places, but yeah. So, first things first, it's been a long time since I did this one, and I am really sorry about that. Um, the reason that I wasn't able to do anything for it for a while was actually because the notebook I had for that wasn't where it was supposed to be. I actually found it like, what, 4 or 5 days ago. Not because I was cleaning, but because I looked at a place that literally it shouldn't even be there. I never even go there, so it's not me who placed it there. And oh, would you know that it was there? So yeah, that's why it took so long before I made another part. So I wasn't able to even continue writing on it. I only have this part and the next one, so I'm going to have to continue writing for this one. So yeah. Okay. So in this one, um, I'm basically going to go over two things. A training regiment that's going to be for Todoroki by Vio and by Izuka, while Ochako will actually bring Gran Torino, not to the lockout, but to the middle of a forest to basically show up her full power. Basically, where they trained All Might, that's where she's going to go show it. So, okay, let's start. We're going to do Ochako's side of things first completely, then go for Vio and Izuka's side of things. So, first things first, they know about Ida's problem. Um, it's going to come in later because if I remember correctly, she didn't heal him. She's actually going to heal him later because yeah, no shit, she's going to heal him. She's also going to heal Ida after what for his arm because after what Stain did, Ida had problem with his arm, right arm if I remember correctly. But yeah, so Ochako basically got to Gran Torino's place, and before entering, she was feeling the energy, and she saw that he had energy, a pretty good amount even. But it was weird. It was as if he was just kind of on the ground. And so she decided to enter. She saw he was on the ground with blood, which was ketchup, or I think meat juice or something. She basically started, well, asking him if he was alright. He just got up and said, I dropped my sausage, which kind of calmed down a bit after that. And Renderino basically started talking to her, he decided to try and do the same test as he did to Deku. Remember, this Ochako has the power is a half Saiyan, and she has full, well, 100% of One for All by this point. And she is massively stronger than All Might was. So, as well as All Might being a lot more powerful, since he's 4.5 times stronger, as well as being fully healed. He's still losing One for All, but now he trains to actually have the strength of One for All naturally. He won't get the wind blasts, but he will have the physical strength at some point. Plus key control, which will actually basically give him the power to fight. Well, as if he was still using One for All, but without the pressure, more with Key Blast instead. So Gran Torino tried to do the tests for Ochako, and she basically catched him automatically, with him being really amazed. He asked her if she needed help control One for All, which the only reason he actually asked All Might to send her to him was because All Might told him that she was pretty good with it, and already stronger than him, which Gran Torino didn't really believe at first. Now he's beginning to believe it. And, well, for the training, she basically said that in a small house wouldn't really be that good of a training place, but that if he wants, they can go in the forest. So they basically went to the same place, which Gran Torino basically was just lifted up by Ochako and brought there because she was faster, which she was surprised by, well, the speed and the power. They still don't know they're aliens, which is pretty funny still. Like, oh yeah, those three guys are more powerful than the, well, number one hero. They killed monsters that would have annihilated him. Holy crap. Yeah, sorry, lightning just strike not far from my house. We didn't hear the sound, but there was the flash. And it was clear. So basically, she showed him One for All at 100%, then went Super Saiyan, which basically the just pure power behind it. I think um, Izuka can actually match that or is over that already, but only because of the massive amount of training she did. I have to pause for a bit. Okay, yeah, sorry. Um, so after basically showing Gran Torino her power, they went back and basically they ate, and basically he was mostly trying to teach her different moves with One for All, which she kind of had a full year. So in the time chamber, if I remember correctly, or just multiple months. So she knows pretty good about it already. So yeah, she basically just increased in power just a tad. So now we go to Endeavor's agency, which will be a lot longer. Firstly, when they arrived there, let's just say that Shoto's brother and sister were visiting. And basically, when they saw him arrive with a girl with white hair, they basically started teasing him that, oh, so is that your new girlfriend? What, she has ice power? Did you really want to keep it in the family? Basically joking to him, which he was kind of embarrassed until Izuka basically just started flying and just kind of asked um, what they meant. Basically, she knew what they meant, but she was just kind of acting dumb a bit. Which they basically looked at her and just thought, oh, so you don't have ice power. Then Izuka said, no, I actually have a lot of different powers, thanks to my dad's side of the family. Then Theo basically said, yeah, we kind of have almost the same things, except that she's a lot more powerful. Then they asked if they were going out together, which they kind of laughed because no, they're not even thinking about that. Actually, Vio's only thinking about training and beating her, while Izuka is just thinking about training to get stronger than her dad. And anyway, they're not going to end up together, so yeah. Um, so basically they were leaving, but they still teased Shoto like that. And then and sorry. Sorry about that. Um so after that they entered the agency where Endeavor was waiting. When he saw that all three of them basically arrived at the same time, he bas the only reasons he actually sent um the request to Vio and Izuka were basically easily because, well, he wants to know how powerful they truly are, and since their quirks are extremely close, but that they aren't related, he wanted to know um, if there was something more. Mostly because he knew that there was another person, well, another girl that had as well the same move sets. They all looked really different. Oh crap! There's a lot of lightning tonight. So Um, basically, he wanted to know if there was more to it. He wasn't really. He wasn't thinking that two of them would actually come. He was counting for one of them at least. He didn't know if they would, but he was hoping for one. Now, two of them are actually there. So he's thinking he hit the jackpot. Which, in reality, basically, what they were decided to do was. Um, well, Ryo explained to Izuka what he wanted to do, which is train um, Shoto with his emotions, as well as try to teach him how to use ki. Izuka asked him how he wanted to do that, and he said, during the night, the time chamber. Which Izuka was thinking about it and said, if we only do it one night, it should be perfectly fine, right? So, basically, the first day was basically training, which everyone saw how, well, fast and strong Izuka and Vio were. Basically, Endeavor wasn't even able to try, well, he wanted to try and train against them, like sparring, but yeah, after seeing that, he basically knew he had no chance. Um, he basically he still asked them about their powers, and they said that um well, the energy thing, well, the blasts are actually from their quirk, but that flying can actually be learned if you have a good control of your energy. Basically, just saying that outright, just so like, okay, yeah, you can actually learn to fly if you know how to control your energy. So that gave him their hope. No, he will not get it, but that's basically because both of them want to train at Todoroki to be able to fly, and that would mean actually for him to learn Ki, and that would mean that other people would see it. So they basically told that this is something everyone could control with enough training if they do the right type of training. So later that night, they told Shoto that they wanted to train him to actually learn to fly and control his emotions. He didn't get why they wanted to do that, but said that it would be better during the day, until they said that they wanted to bring him somewhere. He just asked, "What do you want to do?" If they noticed that we're gone, which Izuka basically said, if they notice, we'll just say that I forgot something at my house and that both of you wanted to come by, and that's all. So if they want to blame someone, they're going to blame me. Basically, he accepted, just thinking, yeah, well, fine then. And basically, Vio was the one bringing him, and they brought him to the lookout. Now, they stayed there for around 5 hours. 5 hours mean around 2.5 months. But yeah, so when they arrived, the Guardian of Earth was basically waiting. Shoto basically asked them who she was and how does this place stay up here. She told him that this was all secrets and that unless he's able to keep them, she's going to erase his memory. Which she basically doesn't know how to do at all, but basically just lied to him so that he basically keeps the secret. So she explains that she's the Guardian of Earth, that what they want to do is bring him into the time chamber that basically does 1 day, 1 year. Basically, she does the full explanation, and then they pass. And for 5 months, no, 5 hours outside, she's basically just waiting. But for inside of it, Izuka's training him in strength, as well as in ki control, while Vio trains him in meditation and ki control to basically fly. They don't want to teach him how to do ki blast, they only want him to learn how to fly. Simply because, well, yeah, they could teach him how to do ki blast, but that would mean that other people would want to know how to do it, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. So they only said that flying is accessible to everyone if they know how to do the right training, and that's basically it. But yeah, during those 2.5 months, Shoto increased in strength pretty well, just like Vio did. Ochako, since she wasn't there, didn't get that training, and Vio was able to kind of get a bit above her. Not too far, but basically, if she uses Super Saiyan, he's basically like half her strength in that moment, which means he's basically 25 times her natural strength, which is huge. because she has a good power. So they come out, they go back, and he has more muscle, basically, but that's basically it. Also, Izuka asked Shoto if he wanted her to heal his car, which he accepted. So yeah, he doesn't have his car anymore. He still have half and half hair, one eye blue, one eye red, all normal basically. But his car is gone. So the next morning, when everyone saw them, they basically saw Shoto with more muscle as well as, well, a normal face, which basically scared a bit everyone, asking him what the hell happened. Sorry about all that, but yeah, I don't know what happened to my phone. It basically just started opening stuff. But yeah, basically, Izuka explained that she can heal people and from pretty much almost anything, and that she tried to heal. It basically always worked. She doesn't know she could basically bring someone back to life because yeah, she's definitely didn't try that yet. She won't as well in the series. Don't worry. But yeah. So after all of that, basically every other day was basically normal. With Shoto just being able to fly as well as having a lot of strength. His physical strength right now, just purely physical, is about 4 or 5 times what it was in the anime, and his quirk improved hugely. His flames are pretty freaking strong by this point. He didn't train them as a lot while he was in the time chamber, but he trained them enough to basically double the strength of his ice and triple the power of his fire, which is pretty big. Basically, Endeavor wanted to know what they did, and they basically told him that it was a secret and that he'll have to try and learn by himself, which is basically impossible. Sorry about the pause. So yeah, now we pass to the patrol night. For the side of Ochako, basically everything happened like the anime for a while until she decided to, well, go check for Ida, which she was feeling his energy, so she left to go to him directly. Um, for Vio, Izuka, and Shoto, they told Shoto to stay here and basically asked Endeavor if it was okay if they were going after Nomus or villains that are trying to do ruckus. And he basically said, if you see any villain, just stomp on them, I don't care right now. Just kill those monsters and stop the villains. So they really have permission. Just because Endeavor didn't really care what they were doing. For all he cared, they could die, and all he knows is that, yeah, his agency would take a hit, but at least there's less people stronger than him and his son. So they basically went for Stain. When they arrived there, basically they almost all arrived at the same time, since Ochako doesn't go more Super Saiyan just to travel. So the other two were faster. They arrived right after Ida got stabbed in the arm and was about to get killed. And Ochako basically sent a key blast, throwing Stain away. Vio told Izuka to heal the hero and Ida, which she did. Ida asked them what they were doing here, and all of them basically told him that they only came here because he was in danger. A hero doesn't go after villains for revenge. What they do is go after villains when they are actually causing trouble. What he was doing was something idiotic. So now they're here. And then Izuka heals him, which he basically gets that, oh shit, true, she can heal. Oh god. And then Stain asked them what they want, who they were. They basically told their hero name. And he basically said that they should leave. They're just kids right now, and they don't seem like bad heroes for now. Then they basically said kind of the same speech as Izuku, except that they were completing the phrases of each other. So one starts, one continues, the other one continues, and basically continuing like that. So he saw all three of them as great heroes. And then he tried to go and attack Ida and basically got his ass handed to him in one kick. Well, more like one tail swipe from Ochako. Um, he was apprehended. A Nomu tried. Basically, those are the normal Nomus, not the OP ones from the start. Well, the USJ. Basically, those are just Nomus that were basically made to stall people, not kill too much people. Still could kill heroes if they needed to, but it's mostly made to basically make a cover for other villains to do stuff, and to basically see how strong different heroes or students are. So when the Nomu tried to attack Izuka, it basically got, well, one shot by a Kamehameha type of attack. And basically that's it. Ochako got in trouble because, well, Ida and Ochako because they weren't given the permission. Vio and Izuka were actually given full permission to do that by Endeavor directly, in fact, which other heroes were there to hear, so they weren't reprimanded. Endeavor was told that it would have been dangerous if those two weren't as powerful as they were. So basically this arc ended pretty easily. Now, before I end the video, one thing that was happening every day. All Might was going to the time chamber for about 2 or 3 hours a day. So, yeah, about 1 month and a half, basically every day to train. He was going in the middle of the day, basically, so to try and make sure that the kids wouldn't see him. He heard that they brought Shoto there for a day and told him to keep the secret. Yeah, I'm going to end it here. Hope you liked it. Leave a like if you did. If you have any questions, leave a comment. And I'm going to put the link to my Discord in the description. Natsu out.